let's talk about some benefits of having a Megacab, why you would want one. Well, coming from a guy that's owned only 2 of them, but must have as a father of 4, and a moving office down the road. I mean, the moving office could, you can get comfortable in any cab, really. There's certain things that need to take place, a decent chair and enough room for whatever you're officing about, a little filing cabinet or whatever. But a guy like myself, I hit the road often. Once in a while, I'll work on my computer. I'll go down there, back there, recline a little bit. So that's Megacab stuff. You can recline the back seat. It's significant in a pickup when you have no recline versus a decent amount of recline. That's a big thing for me. More leg space, just more working space back there. So it's my miniature little office. So that's one plus. Second plus, why I think is wonderful as a father of 4 kids. When your kids are back there, there's storage space that you can easily access under the seat and behind the seat. So like the crew cabs, you have storage under the seat, but you got to lift the seat. You can't really access it very easy. But while you're sitting there, kids got coats, lunch boxes, paper and pen. I mean, you name it. Their tablets, they could go right under the seat, and it makes it a world of difference. Have it on the floorboard, they're all stomping in and out of the truck, or they just tuck it under the seat. Another one is I sometimes will swing by, let's say Costco, right? I picked up what I had to pick up. I throw it in the bed of the truck, but I got me a case of, true story, Mark is the guy that works on all my trucks when it comes to warranty stuff. I got him a case of some juice, so I throw it under the seat and hung out there for a couple of days. Didn't get in anybody's way. And you think I remembered about that juice when I went to the dealership? Heck no. It's when I arrived at the dealership. I'm like, oh, Mark, I got you juice, right? So you could safely store something out of someone's way under there. And that's the biggest key. You have storage that you can access while you're driving, right? Your kids, and then there's enough storage where you can put a case of Coke under there, or a case of V8 in my March case. Anyways, so that's another one. A big one, I think, for some of you guys that are out there hunting and traveling. You just want to take a snooze. You just want to take a little break, and you want to shut down for an hour or 2. If you're traveling, that's great. You have it planned, you have hotels, but sometimes you just got to hit the road, take care of business, and you just need to take a quick break because you've been working hard, right? So if you have a sleeping bag and a pillow, and you flip those seats down, you have a good amount of space where you can get comfortable when you're tired, right? The crew cab, you could do the same thing, especially the Ford. They have the flat bottom there, the flat floorboard, where the Ram has the hump in the middle where you can't sleep on the floorboard. I find it very convenient where I can just flip my seats down, and I have a bed you could pass some time and get some rest on. Sometimes you gotta get horizontal because vertical don't always work very well. Anyways, so you can take a nap a lot more comfortably. And just throwing that note out there, I had a 24 limited Ford. The Max Recline is a joke. To me, I could never get comfortable in it. I tried it once, and it was that horrible. Never again. So it doesn't compete with that. They have the good intention. It's just one of those things that looks good on paper, but in the real world, it sucks. They don't work out for me, for the curious ones. So the Megacab it's where it's at. You throw the sleeping bag in a pillow, and you pass out for several hours. Now, the Ford does have a flat floorboard, and the back seat is fairly flat. So I do find myself, well, let's mute you, officer. I do find myself being a lot more comfortable on the back bench in the Ford rather than up front in the Max Recline. Now, the back bench of the Ford does not compete with the Megacab where you have all there, okay? That's a big thing. Another one is storage. Sometimes you just can't put everything outside for security, safety, or just weather issues, right? I'm talking about like electronics. I wouldn't dare to put outside laptops, there's companies out there that will modify, and they'll do this and that and the third, specifically, extend the frame, put a long bed in there. But I think that kind of takes it away. It's like the Swiss knife of trucks for me, for what I need. I want pickups because it pulls good. It hauls my family around good. I can take care of my family and business all in one truck, and that's a big deal for me. You pay $100,000 for these trucks, and when you could have the Swiss knife trucks, heck yeah, that's a lot of value right there. Anyways, fellas, I'm gonna leave you at this. That's what's the most important to me, and I've showed that to some of my friends. Some of my friends don't recognize it, some of them do. Recently, I traveled with one of my friends out to California, and he's like, "Man, I get it now. I want me a Megacab." You know what I mean? I got a little tired. I just hopped in the back, took a nap.